enye amambre enti mo me ente sa asem na se eye simple as ABC bacho asem ni nyina enti be ma de oba de danta no Bama ne danta, oba ne danta no. Why na Jane wo papa ne side?
Yeah, wale we ye fie. Sa de na kaka na me so omo nya sa de na.
Enya, wo ye de be.
Ti wo so de na wo fie no mo ye ne sa.
Da bi wo ya asante.
Matna wale bu dia me wale de o kan bra o enya sa na obi afie tie.
Me ba cha wo ya asante ni ana.
Ah.
Yes, sanity na.
Me ba cha wo ya asante.
Sanity na. They were
omo na ye sa danta be ma danta no maame danta papa danta me and first time me nti bi.
Aha, wo
I want to ask
you. They watch amamre won tell ni ye.
Oba danta.
Oba me bi ase unim na na no wari ha dia.
Oba ye baba ko wari me nua mo ko wari ye mu so oba.
Me ba cha wo. Branche ye. Oba danta e wo se bu.
E do ko bisa ho.
Ye no ye aboade. Aboade de ma. Ya de bi so mama me. Ye na fe ne danta.
Amen. Kono ko busa mama. Hia no ye.
Ya ne fe ne danta.
Say dey ohene kan na.
Enti ya simple as ABC. Enti sa abra no papa no nko aje
wa na di fufo bi ho na danta no o kanti na me ni. Sa anya fere.
Aboade
di fe no bi aje.
Ma no ya no mutama ma no taro ne cha ne bi
aba wa. Ene de obi aje.
Ani friend wa.
Oyinba maybe wo mo ka say me be ma.
Sani e friend no.
Wan hwe ni be.
Na sa me nem se danta de.
Me ma ne
ba sa aboade.
A friend danta.
No ka.
A friend danta.
E topic.
No here kan.
So bi sana bo because me papa wan hwe wa akora ne papa wan hwe no enti me ma na nye bitiri nsenti ono so o mo bi kwaji ya no so e.
Why ka so o ma ne papa nhwe no.
Na say ma bibiri o say be ma akora no ne papa nhwe no enti no me ma ne papa ne nyi ni tiri nsa.
You're wrong. On set you. Say ya niema ya jiji tumba.
Ohini ba you're wrong. Na ma wo ba ne papa nhwe na. No wari a me ma me meti ma na ma wari a na me si papa na nhwe no se
Ontimi nya ne sa.
Ohini ba papa na nhwe na se me papa na nhwe me elzo
papa na me dia akora. Wan dia akora.
Obi wo ma me ye ko ba ma ne bai. Obi a o wari a ne papa no wan nhwe sister no. O wari o ma me ne na wari ne ma be ma no. Mo ma afre papa no busuani bi ama ho ko papa no wan nhwe no da.
Wanji odu okwa wanji akola no.
Wanji asa na ne papa no.
Wawari.
Wanji asa na ne papa no.
Eti mi fa de say no so nti oba na just apa no.
O ma me ne nana, onana na so sister ne sade ne ma be ma na wari na o ma me ta akiri.
Wanji ne bi ama sister wo se obe ma na nji akola no. Ya wie say no obi a won a choice of awari, obi okro wari a otimi ko fa akọ high ne sofo nko a.
We ono kasa
ne ya akọwale no. Obi so jitum say ne sofo one fan busuani bi akra ni akiri or the sofo nko ekoware, but you can do that. It's your choice. Amamele kwan so.
Okay, yancha ni say yanfa ni say
enye amamele kwan so simple.
Good morning, busuani.
Onye ba sofo de onye busuani o.
Mama say wa me pacho.
Sofo onye mi busuani.
Mama say wa me pacho metimi akasa kaka.
Tomo sisia na wo ba.
Sisia na me ba sisia me de ko.
Ba sisia ba be wure mu.
Oga tiwa.
Omo mo so bi aka say Mrs. B wo ho ona say wa me.
No me pesa me card bi wa. Shade. Mama say we can asem bi ho. Mama say wa no matter what anunti na ye generation we ye bre no. No matter what. Be man bani akola no.
Ma Mrs. Kasa wo na wo ba.
Onu wan ebre na se me ma wo me ba na be ma na nhwe na. Na me koye me ba ho ade na ma be fa masa ko frɛ be ma no so wo kwa so. What be that so ene ye ebre.
Da bi o me pa wa no na
me ba no.
Wo kwa wo ti na wo ye.
Me wale ne ma.
Wo na mo na ade na wa nhwe no. Ade na wo ba wo nhwe no.
Me dia member.
Ade na wo ba wo nhwe no. Wa na nhwe no ma na me gira wo se be je se. Be gira be ma no fasem.
Wa ya da na wa nhwe no.
Wa hwe no wa ka.
Aya da na wa nhwe.
But e me je Africa for me ma bebre no.
O ji ma me se wa de oba bi a Mrs. Kasa ni ko me dia. Me pacho ayi me
pacho ma me tu tan.
Obeto me so da.
Ranja means na on fu obi so dia manfo.
Me pacho you ka say.
Ai pacho. Me pacho yes sister na obeka sa first me say
or mammy on any issue no mammy kunko no obey my baby worry oba on any mammy will issue. And as a man, you accept it and marry the woman just like that. Now, how no be see a treaty woman? It is our bar no. What warren is set on any mammy will issue as a man who be worry oba on any mammy will issue. When I was what me no banekasa, no any mammy tell me you ding. Ain't it so? No fool say you're right. It's all bear man. Papa ne beg Jina wari also to my mechina. Hey, what ba?
Can I say? Eye ohine ba media ni interview na oye lumba system. My bibia there di prefer say ni nua mu mienu ni nyina ya awe say o ma ware odobroni. Na me maame akosia say wan so obi anim say lumba yire no no. But odobroni lumba fa na nsie da. Oyi ni che wiase amansan nyina. Tama oyi ni che wiase amansan nyina. Sabi na me maame akosia say wa na o sa asem no nyina na o hin. Ti say lumba oni na busua ne maame side ni so mu problem na ode ne papa de no ayeden akoya esisi da bia fine enye good say ebeye sa but problem ho ni audio ni interview because ye no oyare da ho abusua na ene abusua do funu o maba no sa tem kwa no mo wo hin
okay
sister ye na e wo the platform what say ashelumba sa de du sa abre
what say was it said oh yale da ho 10 years to 50 years na busuani amehwe wa e wona wo tin ka say
ne maame o mix ne maame what ya wona no mix ne maame
o de ka
sister no wa broni su na wo su no ono wo ti yaw sesi a ne yaw na ayi odobroni ti no ne yaw no anu e din se me ma ese me maame akosi asewa e yaw no because ono na owuto ne so ebrebebrebe lumba da ho na sefo nya maame na edi kubuhwe ase enti mo ntimi consider so anye ne ho ade ana so anye bibia kwampa enti Ghana fo ntimi fo na yani ento kakra se ma Esther na wabre meme de kakra meka no ni nua ma no eya we se de mo ka se amamere mu kwampo
message me patcho metumi abuso asem
me patcho me so mama no yani so wada ro Ghana fo ma
message me patcho metumi abuso
asem
mama no sina bisa me wada ro ma mo se obi kwa akọware obi na se ni nua ka ho a aware na di mu enti no adenti na we ni nua maame enu nyina mu di adanse na chinchina asem mo pese mo beje aware na dia tu lumba sebe lumba sebe Ghana fo nyina ye nim nyansa ensen da di lumba wo ye nim nyansa ensen no na ono kwa adenti na on pesa ye mo ye mo china asem
bi se
aden
me patcho me bi so asem ba ko good me patcho yen kwachiro in Ghana constitution anya Ghana kra baby a country bia untime nware mienu na register o mienu nyina mani one
enu na obi abeka
meba oh oman meba no unja no
wale omu na fa ready
no
what did they call na mo kanse mo
baby stand kura na wa ye no wada
say
me kase pa me wada say
wa de mensa
me man wari mi ye
meba o
onjaino ba ku say
When our brother, what in the tea? I was so bagana be Juma. Bagana be Juma no. Now what call what before baffle floor? Udo eh? Sankayen na ye kind of crown. Ka sister sewa kayen never born a basso because oyo bar. When Bibiano also about Bontemba Casada, no, Mumia hypocrisy in kind of credit. Muma yenga hypocrisy ni yankana.
Ne no kra na wo ka ja.
Oh no kra na make up.
Ne no kra na ka. Wo enya no kra ya ma se be ku o ma ni mienu ntoko.
Ah yankon no yankon.
Wo mu mienu na obi ayade. Na asem na wo ba
no make asa ye kana se e no odobro ni abre. Enipa na wo so nipa ni abre. E ma ni gina ne na so. A watena ne ho abepem samle nipa na wu no. Wono de yanka de waye.
Dabi Nana so ka say
hypocrisy no.
Aban mu aboa. Yo emra no okọ to aye odi obetimi etusu yo obi a betimi aware register san
ware. Basa oboa. Even you ka kai opountimi ware mienu register. No.
Yo odi obetusi. Your ordinance marry and onim hwe. Kokot na busa. Say be yenya Muslim fo no. Dey to obeti kokot ko wale so timi wale bi kan. Yo odi obetusi.
Aye wo mo nemra.
Ana me say da bi uso ye obi atimi kokot na busa nya Muslim nko a utimi tusu eno say obe ware bi aka no wo ho
obeti wa you can ubetimi aware ma mienu akọ register
aware a nana kwa mi asem say nana kwasi anasa nana kwa mi udi ni nana kwasi mi pese busa say aware ekọ register court nko a na chese aware wa na ye tete wa krampo no ye nana mo peso no na efia aware ye ho ade na agitum ye na court aware ye no sa wedding no
good efia aware meba efia aware na agitum
enti me pacho
we busama two say oba ekwoware a oba ekwoware a I think say we ha no most of us no be bra ware oba ware a oba papa ene di nanim e de ne mabema no oba papa ene gya ware no ewu ni fie because ono ne agya na mebe ware oba na mebe ware no there is a problem e we abusuanim right
na wenya message wo form ahwe form a obi ama message wo form a
mekasa me ware wo abusuanim me bae no there is a problem e wo abusuanim enti aware na mekwa no miko a na miko a ana miko bi me to question amamo me be ware me hu se problem no oba na abusua no engichemu wom me se me be wan na wo ware so a on ware nipa no nko a o ware abusua no enti wo kwa aware no e fa ne nka ukogina hen Chion enti mistake na si awie e de na yesua ama obi a onim no wo ala Chion amante mi bisa asemo e de na yesua ma obi ahu yem koso an yenya sa mistake ne sa eno ne Ghana ya problem asi ene mo mientu yenua no nketo afo se sanfo nso no ensi biem because ye mema de yetwa ntro metimi ahu oba menware yo meni yire mene me yire adwai na makofa nti na tete no
bi ho na dantan na o kan tina minni
sa anya frere aboade di fe no bi age ma no ya no mutama ma no taro ne cha no bi age ba wa ne obi age
Who said that?
Mami Sewa
who said Apostle Sewa left the marriage? Who said
that? Abusiamoto boasi o. Asam ye ni hobi ye twa ho adanse. Mami Sewa ba no. Wa beji representation bi a eyabos body am address the kama. Which means you are coming from the family and we are expecting you that say you know a lot about what is going on. Now no okay, bibi say yesuma obi say bibi Emma Kevin say Christiana Emma de toso Emma munna say no ekope ena muni na amati mu ho ase Emma maame say wa okay bibi say Emma ni bi onu kurampo no omu ye dako means omu kroma to mu ase nyesa na kosi ye
dako mi na me kai
maame say wa so kai waje to mu enti me pese no
say e peace na ye pe man me no problem there no nti
Mama serwaa is misleading.
Now,
Serwaa is misleading the people. Serwaa is misleading. Serwaa is misleading the people.
I'm not misleading anyone.
Can you keep quiet? Can you keep quiet?
You can shut me up, please. The question is, was there a proper divorce?
I was no. Listen. Is it true, say Chris na me body number who say Chris went there no? Who person say Chris no went to check whether the marriage was there or not, and that was not what he went there for. Chris was there on the invitation. Keep quiet. Chris was there on the Chris was there on the invitation of Mama Akosua Serwaa. He was on the invitation of Mama Akosua Serwaa. Why?
Because Mama Akosua Serwaa Chris dio. Me Mama Chris ne kwa
what's in the panel where Sumano no? Who was in the panel Musumano? No, body ding.
So I'm telling you, sir.
When in the panel, what did the actual?
Akosua Serwaa enim say Chris ba because Akosua Serwaa bie kwan no say Chris bra na beji papers we na fa bra Ghana na ofu say abrochi nkwana omo check insurance ho niema properties wa ha they need to get things done.
Now maybe one question to ask Kevin. Kevin, try to help us. O say Chris echo Germany.
Let me see.
Chris, but also
Chris was in Germany on the invitation of Mama Akosua Serwaa.
I am quoting you because for my information, Mama Akosua Serwaa can be said. Chris be owner was say
exactly.
But owner was say Chris no echo based on
the Osma Obi. And I'm
Mumu creating confusion. No, I mean breaking it down. Mumu creating confusion.
Me abusuani me na me yaketwa me ni Ghana o menti na
Chris Osma Obi.
Mama Osma Obi but me pa Osma Obi. But Osma no pote ne de o ma bo ni din ankyere no.
Good. Which means yes Obi the
Chris. If it could be a Chris, it could be another.
What the education say, Osma Musma will be sa.
Emrantia me pacho, me sorry say me room. Kevin Moye, yen and central for you. Kevin, me were two questions to ask you. First of all, yes, my Chris, echo incapacity as what? Now I Akosua Broni or as a journalist. Or cause or a family member to Serwaa no and now or your dear intina or on your sman so called this one. Secondly, or call no a dear ben or finding out to say or more are divorce or not. Two questions boy and I
me da say inti me the 5 minutes back as I mean can be Mama Serwaa and I me fee as ye one ho. Mama Serwaa e buy no be can say Musuma will be say uncle check it because Urban or the mimi dinner but say Kelvin and person be no whatever. Musuma will be. And I make us a Chris and I not say yeah. But me chair will say a Chris no na margin alcohol say yes mobia.
It could be say any Chris. It could be say a baby is different person.
And Mantin, mean Casa Bumona, omo guests, ne omo gossip, ne omo doubt, no, I concluding them, no matter how they want it. I'm just giving you the fact. Mama Akosua say we 29 a free Ghana or call back to Germany, no. Who did you think she needed to bring certain documentation back to Ghana? It was Chris. And I mean, besides, I said Chris, and I said Chris, then our dream will say. Or no, or call to check with the embassy whether the marriage was right, that is was correct, and everything. You are mistaken. No one is interested in doing that. And Chris is coming from that side now. Say Broni area. Chris is coming from that angle. All Chris is doing is say, "I'ma bibia kotortin." Inti Mama Akosua no. Or rely on Chris to bring certain documents back to Ghana to help with some insurance and some filing as far as properties are concerned and all that. Chris is not there for that. And Chris is the
Chris,
one.
no, or a family member to Mama say,
I don't want to really go into
friend
details with
or
regards.
a journalist or what?
No, listen. Those things no so important to the conversation. Why is it not so important? Into crazy journalist now. Documents not the background and then no so they be boama.
That means
this is a very vital document.
Our reality still exists. So why were you on the live saying our reality exists?
Obi Kobwana.
But who said that?
You said it. I heard you saying it. You are misleading people. You know a lot, but you are misleading people. You are pretending as if you're a lawyer. You are a fake lawyer. You are not really a lawyer. You don't know anything. You don't know anything.
As I'm
the impression mama say when you anane bay no na na ni nua be se tie say private investigator information be so that he can also use it so be a lumba say one ne oba no kura jai now Kevin is also turning the story say Kevin is also telling the story say or Chris no go or call
you can go into my page and check.
Kevin, for 5 minutes, for the whole tough. Ada see a divorce a year. Can you na obi amambi afini to na basa.
First and foremost, our no insurance any name binti no. As I say, a boy and quality nentia sa asem abim. Nkwala no they are in college. Michelle wo abuchi bia no fa sa reason we eko ne meba bekanim. Say wo abuchi na woni be mate. Na be ma no or system ni mu. Ye consider o ma, ye consider be ma ni income, in the income status, in the financial status, ye consider na ye de ahwe mo a ye de beboa nkwala no. Say me boa obi an kase me boa wo comment section ho. O de say me boa obi an kase meboa wo comment section ho. So that's the first point. The second point is say that the oyare nti ne yare animu no na ye say ye ne surgery ni wo Germany whether in Crawford in sensem nam say no trust abrofo ni is immaterial omo hwe America and omo be hwe Ghana. The option wo Ghana na e wo better. Why? Because hospital na no ba be surgery ni wo no na American surgeons and Israeli surgeons, and so he felt comfortable and no buy no be surgery no chi no oko Germany kakra no samba back no who say obi hia say obe fie because of a whole system na yawo spinal surgery wi na code unam code mu na de bi o hye on say o hye fie so a hitters ni sa ne ma no e bit me proud. So daddy decided to come home. I'm sure say daddy honing some the minimum I'll use gestures here. I'm sure say hono daddy in Crawford more Ghana back chain say brefie money and show na ye ma wa yaresa papa. And the little that I have heard with regards to the rumors now, I don't know that as a fact, was Mama Sewa, there are a lot of things Mrs. Akusua Sewa, there were a lot of things and so she with you. So if daddy and Onu Akusua Sewa, they were still in marriage, I won't mean ye Jumana, they cannot factor daddy in knowing say or a global person, musician, or so uska. Meanwhile, so none your man so and so great sir financially, Emma daddy lumba. Man titi ampo nsem. Man titi sa ampo nsem because it got to a time no na the financial needs no every month was really high. So daddy came down, daddy bar from no who said going back to Germany was going to be a problem. Akusua Sewa made it clear to her say and oh Ghana na me wo ha o me factor into a lot of things with regards to nkwala no into ye anything up and down and then na Ghana ka say and na person nebusua for the insane ne man ba no up and because any jama wari na me nye fi because me ho tete me onim dey ma me wa bre wo Germany ho Akusua Sewa no ne ho tete no so she didn't have any option no the pressure too lumba so and omunjai you crap what because so the only way to get this done was omawari and what abrofono ordinance no omunyi enum fio but fear the any dear it is recognized fear dear now ma worry say yakwe busuafo ho no it is recognized. That is why that lumba in the busuafo say we only recognize akosua serwaa because of course when daddy did with broni no, there was a little fracas with the mother side. Into father side no more yeah adie no. So into daddy dear say abrofo dear kwan so no. Oni maame no they dissolved it. And now dissolving so it take 2 years. Some European countries it take 4 years. So whether the whole 2 years lapse no, a see and I say see either one I don't know. But minim said there was a dissolution. Dissolution was
Papa, who cannot correct? Who cannot correct?
Madam, we are not counting. What can no credit?
What I said, look at this lady. So the dissolution process has been what? Has been initiated. And those who have more feedbacks to that says that it went through. Into whether it went through or it didn't go through, I am speaking to the very people who know much about it. And so Chris na you didn't ask me be mono. Says here papa ni wewe. Akosua serwaa abagana or call back. There are a lot of documentation that has to be exchanged with the insurance firm. Papa they need this documentation to show to the insurance firm. So oni hobium in returns bia e insurance firms na some of them ma se na be a ebe konkwala ni dim no. Akosua serwaa needed to do that. Oye wo Germany I say oye bi susu wo Ghana. Mebo na say memo na say munim sa system no. Whatever you do, Germany and Chelsea Ghana your system now process. You have to do the same here because Papa no or near so and so aka 1 minute. And so the criss guy coming into the picture was to help with some documentation. Yes, I conspire by way we are better now or misleading Crawford say and I must more be say say document in correct. Whether or not someone had come faking say or a representation of other broni, I don't have feedback to that. So these are the issues there.
Okay. Or anybody?
I'm not hearing
Who will be back?
Army will be big.
Can't near come on, Miss Yawaso. Mamma say, why ever about
Wakano or Moaye can be brave. So me, ya start here can say we now, but me be soon. Assuming say I'm pa. Say my Miss Serwaa or Basui, and I say, wow, was we need an aunt or whatever, or family member, any sister Serwaa no. Me you soon send the account or buy no or make it very serious allegation or say Kevin Asamoah walking entina odobroni esuma obi ma ne call jebe ni kohwe say if indeed oni lumba e ware wo paper so anomware because na kwa issue say oni na ja oni ni nya say the Kevin eke obebe kiss allegation ne pe ana Kevin can say oh Christ asem na okay ana ana Danny debate now. Me issue say Kevin and me at yes say Chris corner or coin or call based on invitation from Serwaa.
Yes. Yes.
And for Debunking home. Adame boy. Now, yes, sister is what Samoa or Kayano or pursue say, and yet sister Serwaa na smart Christ no. No mum a investigation be a crest no one person or maybe probably to favor odobroni argument say be an camp no say one or banner jawari no ain't no kwe. Now on a unim crest now can who is crest to Mame Serwaa or a journalist and I say or a family member and now or dear intina or no na yesuma say uncle documents now according to who about Mame Serwaa. That is my simple question I want to ask you.
Criss is an interested person to both sides. I mean, I say those documents now from Brandon processing whatever it is down here with regards to insurance and then the funeral arrangement. There were certain things that also needed documentation from Germany.
Masa kachi na obechantra ehudi e wo kachi.
They be entropianim. It's just that people don't know these things. Right? Chris, no, Chris, the
intelligent
interested
person
person.
be a to wasi. Intelligent person be a pen to
Mranti, what is asem no be more? You confuse people also say obi be chantro. Obi any ho chantro.
That me ka say who chantro. O dey say me trust so. Minim senia. Also unuma ACT obi na enim o. Ba me dey minim enti na majama ho no. Minim senia wo ye unuma. Enti no.
Mranti ene. Mama
Where you pa o. Where you akasa o dey ba na chiro mu. Where you akasa. Where
Mranti, since you have that public domain, no. Yenu Kevin Moye, what really happened? Christ echo finding out no. Omo jaya warrior or omunyaye.
Hona lady na be misleading mo na sisi amonya wa coffee. One call for that too. One call for that. I'm so surprised. One call for that. At all.
Leading anyone. Problem is, I'm trying to call them because me, I don't know any Chris.
And a call from my
Mama say because the whole family were in the house and they were saying it.
Mama so what my friend is afraid ya
I'm not saying it. That's why
say tobo I want to tobo Zion tobo e mama say what say
Pacho me fra o mo ahese o mo betima join me
yeah flow from e na hian wo mo was ni na tobo mo to mo ase e na hian e Zion what say and that's it
consent.
Mrs. Opoku si wa bibi ka efa asem no.
Mrs. Opoku anya bushani
guys so kasa.
Me pa me
Kevin me pa chewo.
Si hega bi.
Are you closer to the family?
Yeah. Ono ya FBI o.
Anya na time anya na FBI asem.
Information. Abroana na.
Hello, fine morning.
Me bacho do abasu ya abrewana na do bo meeting me na
Yeah. Exactly.
And asumano just to probably expose what do serwaa.
And yet true.
Serwaa. And Kevin so what said there be. He went there to help, even probably to help what does serwaa ni move. Now I want to find out who is Christ or your DI or your family member to Odobroni and answer my serwaa. Or your lawyer, and that's why your journalist. Or your DNA,
Kevin, for a man go to toilet so.
Yeah, Yantuasu.
Eti Kevin Moye, because since your name Chris now call on. Or your and now Odobroni now down, and now your journalist, because family no, we say Odobroni suma no man. On so just say no Chris. You mum ya serwaa ni mum na or buano, which is which?
Okay, Chris, may you Kevin, may you Chris no or both side and that's why they.
Hello, I'm not telling you.
I have a little bit information.
Can I say something real quick?
Oh, yeah, are you a family member?
No, but what Kevin is saying, I have a question to ask him, if you don't mind.
Okay, ask.
Because we all live in Abuja.
Hold on. Oh, here, but where we are now?
Tell me there, maybe Kevin, because Kevin no them on the people the question. I will hand with him.
Asama me. Hey, me alive. Me yana maba. Ai, mama, me alive. Me yana maba. Ai.
Oh, hina bo bi busa say nti woda. Wo woda.
Me yi ohine ba no. Ohine ba. Okay. Me no kasa sesi ne ma send message, but in komodie mu no, I understand say the family no muntie ahaye.
Okay.
The family no omo pese and me can family na me can lumba family no. lumba family no omo pese niema no etoto yie. So I don't really know how Chris come in between Odo and Akosua, but for very good reason. No, Chris was with Akosua to facilitate all other documentation as far as the needed documentations or the baby fee na omaye whatever they have to do as in property dispensation, property distribution and all that. Inti so bi be ka se Chris ye lawyer o se Chris no kohwehwe aware mu a nipa kro no wa be di ntrachire obia e wa ha sei. But I'm waiting for that response from the journalist. Oh, I am a colleague with you, so I'll me better feedback. Who person who me credibility? Kona ko free Kofi Adoma na bisa say Kelvin ye hwana obeka chiro. Someone mu Kofi Adoma wani. Obeka chiro who Kelvin is. Won go bisa no.
Kelvin, it could be say bia unua no ba na say e bi okoye sade na no so wanka the facts no wum na nchira wo so a.
Be me train ni obeka no me read ya chiro.
Yeah, but wo nya sure wo twa de no na obeka.
Oh, there be never me sure. I've been telling you, say. Money be any
Chris. Wakani bia mo twa asem kwa chero do.
I'm not telling you wakani bia no.
Bro busa question no. Abona na oze.
Kelvin, with regards to
Kevin Tobo say, hey, Tobo. I was saying, a funny do so be able to know my nah.
What's that quite woe?
Hey, me too, Maza. You become what I am passing the out. A busha form was in Abona the sources of FBI were back. Our information over. Mammy said, I was so a class of walk. As I speak out to me, be entertaining, but on taking money. Mammy said, well, buy or so able to on 3 maybe, and here Kevin. So, Kevin, read the message in me and Charlie. I toss more better.
Kevin, with regards to what you just asked me, Chris happens to be directly linked with the Lumba family. And very likely during this felicitations and visits, they agreed that Miss Akosua Serwaa should deal more with her. So it could very well be the lady trusted the demeanor and the composure of Chris. This could be the reason why all documentations have been passed through. I don't know anything about background checks from Chris. I'm traumatic.
Why the message you able?
So me catch you say my taxi another journalist. Besides say Chris no or ye lawyer na say then. On your lawyer. Oye obia lumba ne family no yeni mu hihye ni sa ne mana ekoso ni nyina Akosua Serwaa na be hu no
it's a journalist who is passing this information to you and I'm
a very credible journalist.
Oh any assassin am lantia ni why say journalist be ma wu information now we don't want to say it's a concrete
so where do you want to get information? Where do you want to get the information?
What is here?
Monsieur, the lady is lying.
You are challenging the real family member by relying on information.
Ohiniba. Akosua Serwaa ko embassy no. Oni nipa tu ne call you. Chris ni onu ani busu yi.
So that now okasa no kwa onu oni Ghana ho bio. The family member was so cancer and a man for Baswa.
And I come with information. Jack on too.
I'm not telling you. Me partner to say.
Nanama, and an man Batoya Buseniana.
I'm not telling me what information about this way. That's it. I'm a back on for me. True.
What a Brown Tomo, Nanama way.
Tama. Daddy cap, a calf.
Nanama Tobo, what's my babacano? Vijasama Hokoso.
Me pajamas. My
pajamas. You and to them, I mean, see form.
Me a Christian. As a mecano. We play to me patchane.
Nothing but the truth.
Yes.
A bola so entity in Binawati and I say, what can wow person?
And your bola entity.
Okay, Yanko.
Daddy,
Who said that?
Obi Ashro, you
Who said Akosia Sewa left the marriage? Who said that? Akosia Sewa. He was on the invitation of Mama Akosia Sewa. Why?
Because Mama Akosia Sewa. Chris
what's in the panel where Sumano? No, who was in the panel Musman? No, what did he?
So I'm telling you, sir.
What did he actually?
Akosia Sewa enim say Chris ba because Akosia Sewa bi kwan no say Chris bra na beji papers we na fa bra Ghana na ofu say abuchi nkwana omo take insurance ho niema properties wa ha they need to get things done.
Now maybe one question to ask Kevin. Kevin, try to help us. O say Chris echo Germany.
Let me say.
Oh.
Chris,
but also
Chris was in Germany on the invitation of Mama Akosia Sewa.
I am quoting you because for my information, Mama Akosia Sewa can be said. Chris be owner was say
exactly.
But owner was say Chris no echo based on
and I'm
Mumu creating confusion. No, I'm breaking it down. Mumu creating confusion. Eh, Munye dinami breaking it down.
Me abusiani me na me yaketwa me ni Ghana o menti na
Chris Osuma obi
mami tobo but me pa Osuma obi but Osuma no portray ne de o ma mo ni din ankyere no
good which means say yes obi
the praise. If it could be say net Chris impo, it could be another.
What a tobo. The education say.
Oh no, it's not working. I na Chris be me patch obi am betu ye no.
What a tobo me pese ye easy man. Na utimi ebie nsem kakra. Eyi entutu ye udi mu ntintima pa.
Me Chris I'm not here me nka a funeral committee me were UK. I just came down for the 1 week. Me say ko ene. But okay, they all I try now. Me
so what that tomo. Yeah, idea bi wo be. Yeah, idea bi wo be. You know to tue ne sa anoma no. Aya wo te konkonsa bi fa wo say bibi say ekoso de.
Me patcho me no enya de a me be keka bibia about whatever is going on. But since I almost this same way abano, and I made baby counter. I say a lie. It's a big lie. Into your money and Trona, what is national all cut to say? We know more plans now, my and more say more mama for you. I didn't say okay if the certificate is not the marriage has been cancelled. I didn't tell you more fighting for him. What is not a Yisuka? Until let the Lord deal. Let the Lord do the work. What I say? Let the Lord do the work. If it is indeed say marriage, no, you tell me. I don't know what platforms now more defended, more better. Woman running your juma. I don't know you can yet what. Yeah, as mommy can see you there to you. No more of us in the abandoned we will counter you. Yeah, I know if you guys say we are dumb, we are not dumb. I put you when the family know or like very educated people are we are not dumb. So you guys should not take us for granted at all. It's a movie I'm about we will come and counter you guys. So the craze that you guys are talking about, we need this information. Give us his name, his details. Then we said that hey no only a coach that's my son question bibimu. Name we say and me ba platform Sambeka. It's Misro. Yeah, in pet and trobia mo pese bibia edin won't stay in your lane, you also be in our lane. So see what worry. And to onion niema, you share niema. Okay? You coming out to review type our council no. And you would now be I bind the say a chama ye be say en chamu swa ye be ain't no mood mun come asem but don't bring up
okay when a question share and near money
or say Chris or say I near Chris be man information it's Chris no where he got those information from.
Enti
I know
Branty, I met
it's
me sister question back.
I'm not going to go into any details, but
question very important. Who bet me account point blank say there is no any communication between Chris Bia say uncle according to Kevin Okase was say pen information if free the right source with the Kevin Chris ne headquarters say Chris no by the boy even akosua serwaa to get a letter from German embassy actually say or the year process enti mokura na mosoma Kevin guy no enti ya no betimi actually say enya no kreda
Calvin guy Bennett media me say me no dia me ebe frame me catch me say nipa ne say omo kohwehwe mu a aware na kire say aware na twetwam
me acho ne yechrom say eye Kevin ni gina so
no me beka say
yo Kevin na ka say no say eye Chris ono na okoye sa investigation no na ka
Chris no Germany anaso o
me acho tie o so ono na ka akosua say wa ho ne call German embassy okra with another family member tell say aware
me say bra me say Chris no or Germany anaso o Ghana
Nanahima Tobo. Oh, say me sha say aka me busebusa kwasha ma ade na ye easy amount and I want to train say be bia nsem bebu we yes na nkofo wase o ebi kura say we ya adamfo wonya abusua so dem me pattern ebi
nana bai answer na muka say amankofro bi ma no ma enye ombema mbeka ahwemfa ho
aka na busa na odi number bi ko
Oba won susu ntimi details na ye say assemble na abeka wa meka hwe
answer be na mo pe me no dia me ba so ameti ye na
Kevin okay Nanahima over be mama ni nwie na bra mu biwai Kevin kasa
Semu nyinamu wo ha na sewa bi ba se o se o ye akosua sewa family member meboa man ti se ama sewa man ti se no kase akosua sewa de nsa koma ebusuafo no like she didn't want the marriage man ti ho no
yo tiete
me pa mo cho mu nyina no mu onim de mu mfa 1+1 omukro ma be expose yo ho I'm telling you on authority say because of situation na akosua sewa woman no she needed to move away from lumba since be obenya the full state support into or started divorce proceedings. True or false based on this information or no ade abano? True or false? What are you talking about?
Me pacho mama nkasa. O say Ivonka amasewa ka say
amasewa na mani onu yi ano membe yi ano ma no onu ho no mani yi ano.
There is
nothing. And now I'm
we did not. And you know, I don't know what she's talking about.
I will not say anything.
Listen. Listen.
On
this note, I will
talking about here. You guys are refusing to understand.
On this note, you have to understand the family.
Ordinance supersedes customary. It supersedes everything. What he's saying? No, ordinance supersedes everything. It supersedes the customary and lumba busia for obia engine free akosua sewa ho or the koyin papa no anje papa na anje ense biara enna another one the ordinance is supersedes the customary. We are talking about the customary rights, the customary, the ordinance marriage.
We are talking about here. What is this?
And listen,
But
yeah, the
too long
court,
kasa.
yeah, once
Aso
I
kan
ain't
too
talk
long
about
kasa.
the court
Aso
marriage
kan
in
for
India.
wanje. Kawani too
That
long kasa.
bad piano,
Eh,
and to
aye.
unjai mo, you know, and try na momo de ban. It won't work. Other brony, Papa no we are not sat here no all these how money basai. Akosha so what the names are which is not true. Other brony, okay, cast handsome way and work it. You are still bringing it up.
Yeah, Emran China, someone you busani is simple. Kevin say, was it Chris any across serwaa ko Germany? Onya no, say enya no kre. Afe was I say, serwaa ne lumba officially no more jawari German embassy. Na into no obeje your friend say death certificate.
Na kwesi
And
umu
the
so
support
muso
on the
musi
document.
nyano.
Ya no
Me
ne
pacho,
person
Kwesi
no
umu
say
kwesi
eh
omu
ampa na
nyano.
eh
Me
ampa.
pacho, bra. As soon as you want to say, I would say on it, say one in the Jaya, and the other say, well, babaji death certificate. I will have the call. Because when you find a Jaya, it's not your business. And to
Wow.
remove Mr. Man
That is
says,
also
say one in the
another
Jaya
thing.
or
They are
Krataswa,
That is
more
also
or
another
kasane.
thing.
babaji death
It tells you say
certificate.
Sewano
I
was
their
not
back for
really
your
with
day.
Lumba. It just tells everybody. Obia oya badwima bia be hu ne eko.
I said,
Just
yeah.
tells you.
I
Kevin,
said,
Ah,
yeah.
wabusa
I
and
said,
any
yeah.
wabusa
business.
asɛm a emu odu pɛ bia no
Or
enipa no
any
ne na
ba.
gya aware a aware bia ni mo ntam deɛ ɔkɔ deɛ mfa ho yɛ dɛn na owu a ɔbɛgye death certificate akɔ support document bua yɛ ne yi ano wadaroma.
I this will be a commute. Na mranti hini mame floor no. Then I can talk peacefully.
Guy obusa o masama. Medianti a me pese meka bi nkura se. Meye eyi ni se. Nana hima baaye no. Sene ye nyina enim se obeputu nyoma me yatete ani
And
no.
you no credit.
Wade no mane nanam tenten. Obi kura beka se wo ya adamfo.
The man in it here. Papa na some can say. I say one nipa no kwaje death certificate na me on but on no to him no only say there is evidence say wa akotwitwa aware nkrata mu na dey dey and na me make say if it is true say wa twa nkrata ma enye say wa kwaje death certificate at the German numbers dey akwaye the as what in what capacity because if you are no longer the wife who kwaje death certificate dey akwaye den
You don't understand the
me
law.
put him no sɛ ɔne papa ne ni hɔ a adi sɛ papa ne wu a ɔkɔ akɔgye death certificate ɛdi akɔ akɔyɛ dɛ ɔnyɛ wu kunu
Who will do lawyer?
Okay,
eti
intimate
mi
me
fɛ
bem.
mo mímí deɛ ɛno ano
David,
mi
meet
si
me
kɔm
bem.
but
Mranti
what
he
I
meet me
wanted to
bem.
ɛyi ni sɛ asɛm na ɔka no
Okay.
ɛnyɛ ne korɛ
Can say nana
eti mi
Mranti
hima.
he
wɔn
meet
gu
me bem ana.
Nana hima.
Ohene ba mi be you question anu so mu ye din ya na me yi anu no what ase.
mi ni obiara saa yɛn
No
ti
no ko be
obiara
dey
saa
who nana hima
yɛn
no
ti
be
obiara
akosia
saa
sewa no
eti no
throughout
asɛm
everything.
na now de wɔn hu Chris wo de wɔn hu hɛ ade na mo yɛ nyina bɛbɔ mu tiri so o it won't work for you guys so you better.
Ye nduru to base. Ye nduru ye me kontokwa.
Ɛmfa emotions
Question ebusa.
nana ima ɛmfa
Chris
emotions
kasa
wura na
putu
yɛnyɛ
another
dwuma
question
yɛnsua
you.
adeɛ ɛmfa emotions wura mu yɛsrɛ wo a.
Exactly.
What do you okokra?
abrante metie mu akyere
Tobo
metie
mama,
mu
mama tobo, mama tobo, mama tobo. Chris, maybe I say ye duru buru magasa. Chris Fabo the on fatwas nyenko. You can say Kevin.
Into uhia death certificate for property ownership, whether or not the divorce is there pending or not. You need a death certificate. If you don't know, learn. If you don't know this, mobin chirew. Don't come and ignorantly talk thereabout. And on top of that, any sister yan or beka say omudi insani nyama koya yanji as see any sister naba or kasi dabi. So which one is which? Me no, I'm not against my akosia say wow. I'm establishing the point that Chris was there to help transfer certain documents down here to Ghana to facilitate other processes. What I say, divorce filings, Akosia Sewa started it. Akosia Sewa started it. So Akosia Sewa starting the divorce filings, Europe, the highest it takes is between 2 to 4 years. Sweden, Finland, Norway, 2 years. Germany, we name how many years a year. So what I say. So we are never so sure. Say the full length of whatever years now na say edimo ho no eduye. Ebia enuru and a papa ni di wuye. Afe papa ni di wuye no. You are thinking about property. So that's why you will need the death certificate. The property in Germany. Some properties that you can own ownership here because marriage proceedings, say death bemua and see pay. That means namu still amu oho. How do you define say the process has ended? The person involved ought to, but ahanoma alone say one penisu after 4-3 years, whether or not penisu, they agree say the marriage is a sponge. Misleading professor. Why do you do that?
By Kevin, you said it on point blank. Say, "Oh my God, now."
Yes.
You said it on point blank. Say, "Oh
Yes.
Yes. And I'm saying to you, say,
Oh,
maybe
please. I'm telling you, Amma, please do not insult. Why?
Kevin is
calling
the whole
somebody a liar, it's wrong.
Kevin.
Okay?
I was over Jawale Krata. And as I
Emante,
and I still stand by it.
Ghana. People near the man say me family and me be jai wo Belgium ano. Me njai wa. As you jayo,
can you imagine? Teach them. Teach them.
Still, teach them. But me still
Senior, this is different issue. Yeah, can't have
Okay. Ohiniba, Mami Mountain Mebiase. Ohiniba, you are also confused. Ohiniba, Mami Mountain Mebiase. One say divorce proceedings won't. Be elongate process. Elongate process no period that you sa proceedings ni nyina enti oba Sweden ne Finland o divorce you bina the other party ne say on appending the signature, then they evoke the elongate process no. So the longer process no more attached period maybe 2 years, 3 years.
Separation. I understand everything.
Oh, and separation now.
And separation, me pacha, and separation.
Okay, move on.
Yeah, no more money pa way.
Yeah, yes, I'm my bra Kevin Ebre, my man in Cassency.
So
nobody is here to find.
Program, they don't want to learn anything. To them, whatever they think is there, they should take it. I'm telling you what is.
Sir. Exactly.
Let me help them a little bit. Mommy.
Money explain who Kevin explain who why explaining better 3 times.
In the first place, no. Mute obia no munti. In the first place, no. Criss no nini pa boni for. Criss no is just there to convey certain documents back to Ghana. Inti se ebia obi na afa criss echi ekwa kwahwe se documents bi wo ho a mesrɛ mu amu abrochi ne momfa ma adwen kɔ saa de we so se yampa a wo de mu nti ne mba beka no abrochi ye use electronic system, so you can just log on to where you got married to and you can print your marriage certificate online. You don't really need to go to an embassy to get it. Into the first thing I'm no is a lie. A lie. Me here says me call embassy koji marriage certificate. That is a palpable lie. You can go online. Me say me call online to see na my printing my marriage certificate. I don't need to go to embassy. 2. So because yes, out of curiosity, I have not heard about that. Criss, Akosua Serwaa has come to trust the person based on ABA. Lumba no recommendation say, oh, mama Criss nemwa na onfa papers we sumra ne yenhwe ne be ofiase. Because ebusua no
Lumba na no recommendation.
Nipa be na we no recommendation.
Who say be a Lumba na recommendation na can say ma Criss nemwa no meboa. Lumba
Kasa inti ohini bana kasa. She said Akosua. Onti insem ni you.
Yeah, she said Akosua. She didn't mention Lumba. She said Akosua.
Lumba mu family no. Criss ne ben omo na Akosua na be hunu. So Akosua has also gained trust in this person. Although Bonnie already knows the Criss also there. And I know Criss no. So no so amanoni. So they all agree say mama Criss no M1 emphasize information documents we mra. And Criss no akọ embassy ho a obua Akosua Serwaa ntina me bisa Serwaa ni say eye Criss na because if you are talking about obi a wa fa chire oba be ye investigation ahwe say aware na say okay, so basically there are a lot of things Akosua Serwaa could do German and so no follow up with on only insurance issues and everything that should clearly say nipa no wewu nti claims be say OG and everything nya saa adaje no. Inti name bi wo ha so designate nkrofo no omoboa no omoye oje saa ne man so de call embassy na embassy dey endorse because embassies endorsement na beboa ama se odi saa ne man so ba ha insurance be hu say valid. That's how it's done. Odi de meboa bia se meboa bia nka se meboa. This is how it's done. Be wari wa brochi a ye the certificates be free Ghana or say whatever ba esese mu consulate na wo that country no omo endorse omo hwem say legit. Then your country now woman say Sweden, say Norway, say Finland, say Germany, or Maka say Ampa. Because the consulate there is an extension of the country. Because in Africa, and never be brave or no mundi. Inti Akosua Serwaa nanka so stress. So definitely no he'll be next to her. On one or call insurance, I know a sample embassy. The woman is already down. The Lumba from now one akasi Criss a journalist or asema ye kan one akasi Criss a journalist.
So who is Criss? What do you mean say you? Who is Criss?
Criss belongs to the Lumba family. If you understand, Criss belongs to the Lumba family. Into the Lumba family, Omane Musini and we although Broni is familiar with Criss, Akosua Serwaa is familiar with Criss. Matthias here up to this point.
Now so was starting yes. Now so why
that? Imrante Mankasa from the start.
Canada
who is Criss?
Oh, then you guys are not being fair. Mankasa same way that Imrante is a minka Kasiminkai.
Wakanda dada wase Wakanda dada.
At the end of the day, no Criss no nkoye investigation bia. At the end of the day, the Criss no nkoye monko na mo kra dem. At the end of the day, Criss
Kevin.
Mama Maninye.
Inti Criss no onkoye investigation bia about say omaware ebia no obi na akoye saa man, which is very doubtful.
My Musa Kevin. Mama any lumba Mama Serwaa any lumba na wale no wale no abruchi ono wo mu twam ana so ma twam
intina me de be mo me show about the process. A very good question. Mama come here now about me be there.
Na go say toilet so.
Seriously, mama to me ba. So basically the longest process in legal jurisprudence and as legal readings Say me no ti ase si bejaya. Oh. Ya ti ase say lumba no omo family no be kan you lumba ne say on in be to the end. So that means lumba didn't want what? Separate from this lady, but the lady really wanted it. So almost started divorce proceedings, So the divorce proceedings, a school of thought is saying, say, ekosi. Media say ekosi ya, mama sem, but we know say akosi.
I'm not saying it. Tia sem no can you. Ti no can ye.
So we know say akosi.
Only confirmation. Tia no can. Well, only confirmation. So if you have the confirmation, I didn't know about Abeka say. Oh, because you shall point to me from point to
very difficult. Kevin.
Marriage na akosia sewa estati proceedings no. Credible sources are metie mu esi
Uti do kan.
Afa ebusia ne be ka se ensi ya.
Okasi point so.
Dabi okasi point so. Tie.
Onim say ultimate starting marriage proceedings. Now o start here no. Wa ko close no na bibia san bomu no asa start unim za.
Yeah, that one is possible, but
no, unim sa na munim sa.
What's that? You are not listening to this guy very well. I'm telling you.
What's that? Now there is a money involved, so who will kunu mimi wo US
Okay.
Okay. Me money me no be college no.
Okay.
Me kunu awade wo kromu ha. Fans ana me hia no. Na aban ni so ntumi mfa ma me. Because I have a husband. So the best thing I made to me aye ni say, me kunu ya ware wa ha.
Men ka se bi
Ghana. Miss Mojama make me
those who don't know.
I'm in Germany.
The best thing I made to me kunaba to the conclusion is okay. Ya wari wa Ghana. Ya normal. Why is that hard no? Uma yin free system no. Ne nkola ni nya omo education. Because a Canada hon, me ne wo yen to me ntua. Me ba penny no ye medicals. Median put ya. Almost say me kunu wo was say me kunu ye adwuma. Na ye to me fan yen to me. It is the best thing e be to me aya ni say me ne no ya file divorce. That is what Kevin is saying.
Am I remember mu quick, Mr.
All story na sound.
No, and no, she said it. I said it. I was paying attention.
I said all these things.
He said all of it. I witnessed one for USA or
Mami, how the law works here. I don't understand. Topic now, my God, is a can. The man in question, no, you're yelling for.
Sir,
Germany, say a basana. The Akosha say what be say. I say provide evidence that say only
medical report.
Or what Ghana was yale. What do you mean?
Yes.
Jabbing for so crass and not a trophy.
People say, my God is almost sadness of my side. Because the man in question, what do you mean, man? Or a sickler. So that
what I am saying is when we are start attacking Kevin, say he's a liar. No. She's saying something, and you guys just have to pay attention and listen to the line. So if you have a question, because this or him keep on asking him, say, now or your bushini and answer what the bushini have to do. Me way, me bushini be a name say me kun chrome ha yet yeno. Ya file divorce. but you ware wo Ghana. Mebusuani bi anim. So you cannot just justify say ebusuani bi ni muana. Whatever I do here with my husband, if I want, I will tell my family.
But when it
I
gets to a
can
certain
choose
point,
to do not tell them.
Family members will get to understand. When
There are
it
a
gets
lot
to a
of
certain
ignorant
point.
people.
Oh, please.
Don't say that.
Ohene
You
wo
are
ka
in
sa dia me
Germany.
no onya adwen. Ohene.
So far as the
Wo
man
ka
is
sa
born,
nye
yeah,
bibia na me frɛ me
there's
busuafo wo
evidence to
fie
prove
sɛ
that the man is sick.
adwa na wuntie me ni me kunu ya koye say yo. Why? Me ni na ti krom wa na ye hwɛ ye ma.
Wasa drag Lumba family abewuram say Lumba family no Enna confirm say oni akosua serwaa na jaya wale so.
No. O say abusuafo ne say omo de nsa baaye but omo anje.
Enya sa na America. Say oka say Christ no ye a family member. Emma Lumba. Say omo na confirm say oni akosua serwaa no jaya wa don documents you.
Oh, here ba say our interest ni say.
I'm not getting it. Share. Mama na for na me say mo jama law. Ye fe aje bi unta hat wa ha ho. Encross ka yetwa ma akora. Say me ma be wo akora wa Germany na me te ha. Na me was evidence to prove to the Germans say me a sickler. Me to me nya adwuma hwa na. The Germans will give akora everything because me to me nya adwuma. I have evidence. I'll prove it to them.
And you know what the secular letter ko ya na.
If
really that happen now, talk to them. Akusha say one knows the law. Definitely, we provide the reason why it's here. Come on. That's that.
Okay,
What
Lumba no a global icon. Or a global icon. So the German government knows financially, no, he's doing okay because I mean, royalties. Royalties.
The first
musician or yare no dademu. TV, so now
these guys are very ignorant, like really.
So you mean sickler means obia or that them never sickler. What are you people talking about here?
I understand.
Have me buy Mr. Chris amam information. No, you see, there's a lot of misinformation here.
Yeah.
Who be some questions? What is Mr. Chris amam information?
No.
But I think.
But you are saying all your sources from the Chris.
A journalist didn't give you that information.
Yes, you said
exactly.
it.
So
that's what you said.
My whole argument is to say the marriage.
But you were challenging
the marriage is done with. The marriage is done with. Yes. Because they were all lying. It's all. They were all lying.
Anyhow.
Mono Obia ba TikTok to swap because of a family member, you jumped and believe say true. Really?
Now when you TikTok, you also know swap.
I mean, say Imran say he knew in my background, so watch check it.
I mean, we are sure say we study law, pa. We are sure.
For everything that I was saying here, Imran, for everything that I was saying here.
I go say why me auntie. I go say why dey. Dey ko to kwai.
Me pa chwan.
We abusiani.
Ne auntie.
Ana kai ana won come here ma kwai. You
I
want
just 2 minutes of your time. Kelvin Kelvin
Muntie mukacho muntu bas. Mami address wiye. Ebusiafo eye akosia serwaa ne aunt e na abaso yi. Etime se mun pay attention na muntie asem no. Te o fa abusia ni ma yeku. O
Auntie ni akosia serwaa.
Ah.
Me kwa me won kwa say aka me kasa but Kelvin Senate. Ntila me wala.
Okay, ene en kasa ebusia mun pay attention. Mo obi an kasa mam. O kasa pe e be US for oil specialist.
Kelvin Senate. I don't know, say, outside the country and I say,
or a lawyer and she address him well.
Okay, lawyer. Manu says to me last on Pacho, on function me need a coin so.
Lawyer. Miss Watobo, my address we why. Me Pacho Abusian for lawyer Kabu. Me Pacho. Attitude near meeting for mamma. Eye nipa ye ku mu tokwan. Ne hu nipa aba. Oye lawyer ni kese pa. Ono ene ese odi champ asema onwene madam oba ma se wa yen koma me wa obi ami tu ni mic ni mame
e pa cho lawyer Kelvin e pa cho me nim ekukwa wo so organ na say outside the country me pa cho an pay me to challenge ma say call German embassy so wait me and let go find out if the marriage still exists or not because odo broni ma obi call finding out. We are trying challenge.
My criss finding out. We know.
Yes, finding out. Me pacho dena omukai. The marriage still exists. Omoinchim. How many times? Ena akusia eden sa call lumba honoma lumba anje. Lumba kache me say akusia me ni wunye o. Me ne wo twene tan ya ware nim. Kopim so wo be fami. Wanje sa no ba kumpo. Not even a single attention the coye. The camera, but I shall make sure me wear uniform into me and back on. Or then some no abon
rude. My client don't me. My client didn't me.
Obama and Kasa. Now you're very good.
My client
I didn't call you Ade ne bi ya so so almost the pick bi etietie ayi e ma me se wa tobo ma me se wa tobo ade media for so wo mu tia konkose for so do twa enti e pese ade ne mu ye clear yen so etime hu bi ekoso o client
how many times na ordain support ya
e ma me se wa tobo assembly start for me ba cho tobo ma me se wa
me say Odogo asman ko fo amomako. German
mami sewa.
Ako finding out.
Mami sewa.
Yes.
Me start in foforo.
Me pacho. Question na me bisa lawyer no me pacho or answer by saying say truly omusoma obi ma ne kohwehwe mu. Ye yengine mu hu. Say yes mo obi am na kohwehwe mu aware mu. Eno de amfa ye hu. Anything abusia ba ye say yenti ase ma wunye kuna ye ti ase. Na ye ma wuye kuna ni di why tell best no be say onko si atwire sa nhwehwemu we no na e was say koso abroad lumba si ase na na wo na nim na mo ya sa nhwehwemu we but e okay we need influence wo ye ho nti any problem but how many times na me wo fa form one kind and sako ya papa we anje o se say wa our year women, no ya kusi, and stand a major that. Whether you like it or not, yet in support twice, meaning na papa we yanji. That means that we see both our and no worry. One giant first wife, no. Oh, teaching our time, only worry. I think so. Our and your German in one our and existing. Omo ye KM in Kahu. A part of it, Marco KM. I could find it out. And si marriage settlement. Eye me no lekita man say wa Germany de baako Ghana de baako enti yesremu se be ya asumdue ebeba e na ye hwehwe ba se ukodrage e na oja aware no e na wanja aware mpacho wo prove the truth say
madam
certain no so na me pacho mende madam me deal go on you can address me with my name please
okay what say what we
any be kwan
okay Kevin so bre mo man Tobo.
Sewa me dasi. Osi ya fro saying.
Me pacho me jine Google.
Mami sewa enko.
By me dia kasa ye Yvonne.
Yvonne ama sewa wahu.
Yvonne sewa informa.
Okay, me pacho information as a siya udi two gado. Mr. Munina munti 80% enye no kre.
Okay.
Okay, so going forward, no, what Chris went there to do, back in Akosua Serwaa Ghana, no. You see, you people are just misleading people. Back in Akosua Serwaa Ghana, no, onima ameno ebenyaye. These people, these two people, no, how do you say it? Mo kind of say Mrantie. So basically, no. Oh, Chris, come on. I just don't have to put the phone.
No, but men traditionally can even say about you not in the crowd.
Oh, madam. Okasano may dina mitio. Nyabutre. Okasano me.
Tomo, na yese Chris, I can say Kevin. Na say according to Tomo, I Santa Tomo, Munamo ba obi aka.
True so ko embassy, obi ko embassy. Yes, and my first name Chris.
Yes. Sister na wa ba no. Mama se wa say oyabusuani, onim dia wo ka no. Obo din bi wo mu no won so atimi abodin ni na na yese munna mo kwa adwene ba ko fair enough waka bibi wo mu se ema ni mienu kura de wo ntoma abo ano ama wo mu kura do wo mu ntem ana anya sa na me wo
true nti me ba boa no we hu ni nti Chris call not because of check say marriage is correct or not because of that. That information now onya was wrong. The reason Chris and Okoye was because Akosua Serwaa paved the way. Chris needed to have that information and then bring it back to Ghana. Intisa insurance na mame Akosua Koye wo Germany. Chris crane the bag Ghana. And mame Akosua Serwaa in the bag Ghana. So that's the first thing. Chris basically went there to support Akosua Serwaa with the needed documentation that will be brought back to Ghana to also facilitate with the funeral arrangements. But most importantly, no, near mumunya ne wrong, no, amu pese mo create confusion, no, confusion be any ho. Papa wa worry mama Akosua Serwaa whether or not a do baby na mama ye frustrated so or felt to say so free marriage in no and then who asem na ye kawa and no it has happened no back door. I don't have the right to discuss that. But near Esino and a mature will say there were some insurances say papa no and then they were hostile ma many mano omunya omebre wo Germany ho. So they needed to revoke certain aspects of their marriage. If you don't know this, let's say you don't know it because ebusiemu no and you'll be like they don't really say everything like that. Or into Chris no or no Germany no honor. So he has to bring these information, these documents to Ghana to help with the facilitation and some transition being other properties be and everything that has to be dispensed amongst these two wives. Oh, Matthew Mwasi. So what are you coming here to deceive everybody?
Kevin also tobo. Kevin tobo. Mami se wa tobo. Christian no unimu no.
I don't think you know.
Chris. Na obo bi se obo. Dia ma me force so ha ye so enter ya would say our real level. And ma me force so ha no. Definitely say our real level.
Ye find bibi wa ha. Wo kasa no wudu kan kra bo Chris bi dia sana Kevin be kasa Chris na. Wo sa so say ni mi no.
Daddy, Wambo Christy. Me na me bo Christy. Ono Wambo Christy.
Kevin, mama yon si nyina yo so mpani force niti. Kevin.
Because o say mama no Adria worry. What were you trying to say? I'm not deceiving anyone. You can go through my page.
nipa na wo suma na kurampo no odi ni di wa body di wa make fat bi wom o suja
why a mistake bi amrantia mistake bi ma say wa but me na me kan lawyer asem ma say wa won kan so ye lawyer ni o
na ya onye lawyer ni
Dabi aya Chris mom na won ka kire say oye lawyer Chris so confirm say oye lawyer. So I wanted to find out for the second time say Chris, are you a lawyer or a journalist? My enya sincere bacho.
Okay,
Kevin, sorry Kevin, are you a lawyer? Or you are a
so going forward,
journalist?
But so going forward,
Enya amambre. Enti mom yente sa asem na se. As simple as ABC. Bacho asem ni nyina. Enti Bama de oba ne danta no. Bama ne danta oba ne danta no. Why na jin wo papa ne sai.
Ya wale we ye fie sa de na o kaka na me se o mu nye sa de na.
Enya wo ya de be.
Ti wo so de na wo fie no mo ye ne sa.
Da bi wo ya santi.
Miss Matna wale bu dia me wale do kan bra o enye sa na obi afie tie.
Me bacho wo ya santi ni ana.
Yes, sanity now.
We are
sanity na.
Danta, Bema Danta, Mammy Danta, Papa Danta, mean, and first time, I mean, TV.
I won't watch a one zone year.
Obada,
maybe I say, him that warrior, you don't buy a worry, Miniam of warrior, you must all buy